Now, our reporters are monitoring the situation for us today, and I want to bring in first Masego Rahlaga, who is in Sandton City here in Johannesburg. And we'll also go to reporter Ronald Masinda, who is in East London. You can see both of them. Masego, what did you witness today?
Well, Jeremy, what happened here in Sandton City is that the Click store basically never opened. When we arrived here in the morning, as you know, usually employees would probably arrive about 30 to 40 minutes before the store opens, and the store usually opens at 9 o'clock. So the employees were inside the store when we arrived here this morning, preparing to open. But because of the protest, because the EFF supporters were already outside at the time, they could not open, and they decided to switch off the lights, as you can see, and actually decided not to open their store. The EFF supporters have been marching throughout the morning. At around 12 o'clock, they decided to take a rest, some of them probably to go and eat. And I'm just going to show you, for instance, the EFF Deputy President, Floyd Shivambu, sitting there on the floor, as you can see, also taking his rest. They did say that they would camp here throughout the day, throughout the week. Their call actually from Floyd Shivambu's mouth, Jeremy, is that they want, if needs be, they want Clicks to shut down the entire year until they see those employees who actually saw it fit to have that advert go out into the public be fired. So we do expect them to spend the entire day outside the shop here. Basically, they want to make sure that the shop doesn't open, and so far that has not happened. So they're also saying that they will be back here again tomorrow at 9 o'clock, Jeremy.
What have you seen in terms of security or law enforcement, and has the centre management told you anything?
Well, they definitely had a huge plan here, Jeremy. You remember what happened with H&M stores when they had that controversial advert, that racist advert that had a little black boy, and it said next to that boy, "Clever little monkey." And, those H&M stores were basically vandalized by EFF members. So the Sandton City Centre management decided to get their own security. They also called the police, and there was also security from Clicks. Those security guards. Okay, right now you can only see two of the centre security guards standing there. Earlier today, as the EFF was dancing up and down this aisle of the mall or this corridor, there was a lot more. And as you can see, my colleague Lingenda Bambi is also showing you more security as you look towards the other stores. Those other stores, actually, Jeremy, have decided that they too will not operate by virtue of the fact that they are around the Clicks store. So there's also more security there. There's police officers as well, and we saw earlier security guards actually rushing to close some of the entrances here at Sandton City to block EFF members from being able to come in. We also saw them holding those shields, those see-through glass-looking shields that they were expecting to use. They haven't used them so far. It hasn't turned violent here in Sandton City, but definitely, not just Clicks, but other stores actually deciding also that they will not open.
All right, that's the situation at the busy Sandton City Mall here in Johannesburg. Now let's bring in my colleague Ronald Masinda. You see him outside a Click store in East London. Ronald, good afternoon to you. We've reported already then the Queenstown and the Witbank Click stores were vandalized. What did you witness today?
Well, good afternoon, Jeremy. We are outside of a Click store here in Beacon Bay, which is the seventh store that EFF supporters here in East London have tried to invade. Earlier on, we went to 3 stores in the CBD here in East London, where we saw security officials being really powered as EFF members made their way inside the store. Here, there seems to be a tight security where there's quite a number of customers still locked inside, trying to get out of the store. We are seeing quite a bit of a standoff, as also there's police just across us here where we are at the moment. We do know that there's another group of EFF supporters who made their way to another Click store in Gonubi, which is not too far from here. But what we've been doing throughout the course of the morning is we've seen quite a number of clashes between not only EFF supporters and police, but also with other customers feeling intimidated by the presence of these protesters, saying that, you know, they feel scared, as also police don't seem to be doing any action in trying to curb the issues that are here on the ground. But what we also know, Jeremy, is that they promised to come in their numbers tomorrow and for the rest of the week. So much so that when we spoke to management at another mall that we visited, Hemmingsway, she said that security will be beefed up throughout the course of the week. This is what she had to say.
So I just want to say that we seriously condemn the action of the EFF on property and private property at that. We do not allow such things on our grounds. We know that they've launched such an attack of an act of intimidation. I don't think that it is right coming onto property or private property such as Hemingway's Mall. We always have an open rapport with people doing it lawfully. This is an unlawful attack, an act of intimidation with public people. As far as I know, Clicks have given their sincere apologies for the insensitive material, and we all agree. But the way in which they act is definitely condemned by us.
Lastly, are you now going to double up on security, given that this could occur throughout the week?
I can assure you that we have enough security on the floor. We have a satellite SAPS police station. You can see today the police have actually come immediately, and we were all on standby.
Ronald, Masinda, back to you in East London. Something I do need to clarify. You told me a little earlier about customers in the store behind where you're standing. We've seen pictures of them. Are they staying there themselves because they feel unsafe, or are they not being allowed to leave? Because one is a lot more serious than the other.
Well, as we arrived here, Jeremy, we did see staff closing the doors here at Clicks, trying to warn the customers that they might be involved in clashes with the EFF members. So it's purely based on the safety of the customers that the Clicks staff have made sure that the staff, or the customers rather, don't step outside fearing that they might be attacked. But we're also seeing now a heavy police presence, so it seems like the police are on standby to ensure that the customers who want to step out are kept safe. But we've also seen quite a number of other altercations that have taken place throughout the course of the morning, where we heard from customers who said that, you know, their rights have been violated. They want to get medication from Click stores, and that without getting that medication, they might not be feeling well, and especially the elderly. So that was very disturbing to see earlier on. We are seeing police now moving slowly, closely to the entrance, and possibly trying to get customers out of Clicks.
So, Ronald, let's just stay with us if we can for a moment. So at this point, the customers are free to leave if they want to, but they are concerned for their safety. We've got two policemen who've come to the front door now. I see another two behind you. Their intention, I imagine, would be to escort those customers out should they wish to leave.
Indeed, Jeremy, and also a lot of them might also be just coming to Clicks during their lunch break, and they need to return back to work. But one gets a sense that the police are just here to try and escort the customers who are trapped. You're also seeing an infant child, so one wonders as to how many children are also inside the store feeling trapped during this time. But we are hoping to get a bit of comment from the staff here at Clicks to find out as to what is the way forward, but we'll also try and get the police just to get clarity perhaps on what they are trying to do with regards to the situation that's happening here at the Clicks store.
All right, so a little unclear at this point, and the last thing that I want to do is to amplify things in any way, but there are customers behind a closed door at Clicks, and the situation at the moment is that they are either being kept in or they are afraid to leave. Police have arrived on the scene. Ronald, Masinda in East London, stay on that story. I want to return to you within the hour. And Masego, Rahlaga in Sandton City, thank you very much indeed.